For this week, Cocaine, originally done by J.J. Cale, covered by Eric Clapton and a lot of other artists as well. Every guitarist should spend time jamming this song because it's A, legendary, B, very much fun, C, can't really make a mistake, great way to practice improvising, so many reasons. Let's do it. Okay. Now, first of all, the chords that form the basic riff, the basic part, as I'm sure you'll know by now, is that is basically an E and D chord. Now, if I were to play the E and D chord here, this is just not going to sound right. You can hear it's not at all in the same sort of momentum or the same vibe or feel as the song. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the concept of a bar chord, the A-shaped bar chord. There's a shaped bar chord. And we're going to work our way up until you get where the E chord will be found. E would be there, fret 7. D would be here, fret 5. So we've basically taken bar chords and then summarize them into this. And what I mean by summarize, there's the E bar chord again. I'm not strumming strings 1, 5, and 6. I'm only playing these 3 strings. So instead of using 3 fingers, I use 1 finger. Some guitarists use the 3rd finger. And for the D, I do that. And the D here is coming from the bar chord D, which makes the change now very user-friendly. Now you can do that, or you can do a cool slide. Check this out. And it's slow motion. Watch this. We're going to zoom in a bit there. You can see that little slide there. And you come back to the D. So slow motion. E, E, D, E. Slide up to E and back to D. Okay. Or you can do a hammer on. And they are hammered on. So there's different ways to play it. They all sound cool. I think the slide is quite sweet, but that's a personal opinion. And then, if you look at your PDF file, because this is quite a lengthy study for a very short song, if you think about it, you'll see that if you watch the video again from the beginning, I'll first do this twice, and then after doing that, I'll do something like this. Now, all that's really happened there, instead of just ending on D and leaving it like that, I bring the pinky onto the 1st string, fret 10. Now this diagram is on your PDF file where it says maybe try adding the pinky if you look at the bottom for the chords. Okay, this is still a D chord. Now this comes from the G-shaped bar chord. So if you think of G over here, normal G, if I switch fingers and I go into a bar chord format, I would find my D with the G-shaped bar chord would look like this. Again, I'm not using the top strings. I've got that at the bottom, and there you go. Okay, so slow motion, if you want to do this variation of the pinky, which I would recommend, it just sounds so cool. Your next phrase could go like this. That's with the pinky added, and now without the pinky. So the pinky just sounds so nice. Okay. Now, around about 35 seconds, you'll hear there's about a drum roll that kicks in, and you suddenly hear. Okay. And those 4 chords are simply E, then down to D, C at fret 5, and B at fret number 4. That's, for lack of a better title, basically your chorus. Not much of a chorus, but it equates to one. Okay, so 2 parts of the entire song. Basically that riff. And for your chorus, when he goes, she don't lie, she don't lie, she don't lie. And he sings Cocaine again. And this, by the way, is a warning against cocaine. It's not a pro-cocaine song. So if anybody thinks that there's a moral issue here, they're actually saying not a smart idea to do this. Okay. Now, so far you got the 2 parts. Now, at the bottom, you'll see there's 2 scale diagrams as well. The one is the E minor pentatonic, the standard one, which I'm sure you're probably familiar with, which looks something like this, fret number 12. Now, I probably wouldn't have sent you this video if I knew that you weren't familiar with one or two pentatonic scale shapes. But if you're not sure of this one, just take it through one more time slowly. It starts at fret 12, this is the note E, and it goes from the 6th thick string, fret 12, fret 15, onto the next string, 12, 14, 12, 14 again, 12, 14 again. Eventually on the second string it breaks pattern, 12, 15, and it ends with 12, 15. Now, what's quite cool about this scale here is it works naturally with the song. So I can do something like this. And you can hear that actually blended in so nicely. So I could actually jam now. If I go back to the song, backtracks on for example, and I could improvise something like this. Closer. And you can see with those very simple basic phrases there that I was just using part of the actual scale. I was actually sort of taking little excerpts from the scale and improvising, so I wouldn't be able to do note for note what I did again unless I went and studied that. This is what improvising is all about. Now the challenge is, I don't want to play down here and then jump up to here and then suddenly back. It's a fast movement. You can see the hands just one blur. That's really uncomfortable. So next to your standard E minor pentatonic position 1 on your page, it says less common pentatonic scale. Now this is also the E minor pentatonic, just a different way of playing it. It starts at fret 5 on the 5th string. You're only going to use your first and third fingers, fingers 1 and 3. So starting again, fret 5, string 5, it's going to go 5, 7, go to the 4th string, 5, 7, and then jump up to 9 with the ring finger. 3rd string, 7, 9, and then for the 2nd string we come on to the 8th fret, 8, 10, 12, 12's with the double dot is. And we finish. Now, what's nice about this scale here is that if I think where my chords are found here, right? E, E, D, E, and there's a little slide. And now, that scale forms part of where the chords are. So now I don't need to do that insane jump that I was doing earlier. I can actually play the scale in the same position as where my chords are. So now I can do something like this, slow motion. And they all work, which is actually quite nice. So there's a lot of fun to be had with the song. So let's recap it. Your basic riff, your chorus, your E minor pentatonic position 1, and your new variation of the E minor pentatonic from fret 5, string 5. What's quite nice about that one with the slides is it actually almost creates its own solo itself. So it's very sort of tempting to just always break out the scale. And it sort of just leads into it. Now, if you're into a bit of a noisy frame, okay, so you go to your overdrive pedal, switch it on, or if you've got a overdrive on your amplifier, turn the gauge up. You can then do the same thing. Bit more of a sort of a hard rock vibe to it, but it actually sounds quite nice for creating your own solo. Now, what I'm going to do for the fun of it, just to get the transition, I'm going to pick up around about 35 seconds where we're going just before the chorus, okay? I'm going to play through the chorus, and through those chords, and then I'm going to switch on the overdrive to pretend I'm doing a solo, so you can hear how the different tone affects it. Now, some guys might love the tone of overdrive, some guys might not, some might like a little bit more overdrive or a little less. It's all personal opinion. Everyone's right. Okay, so I'm just going to share my one with you quickly. And like I said, jam the chorus, and we're going to do a solo after that with some overdrive. Here we go. So it doesn't have to be fast. But a bit of speed's fun. Change pickup selection. So you can really have endless fun with this song. Make it your own, enjoy it, distort it, overdrive it, keep it clean, go fast, go slow, go have fun. Okay, if there's any questions on the study, please feel welcome to give me a call. What I'm hoping to walk away with over here is that you know some different ways of playing chords, you've learned a cool song, you've learned a new way to play your E minor pentatonic scale. You can see how the chords relate to it. Maybe you can copy some of the riffs by rewinding the video. Now just quickly on that phrase, I just want to finish off on that phrase. It's one of my personal favorites that I stole from Gilmore, uses it quite a lot. It gives, what's the middle finger that's tapping there? Okay, now what I'm going to do, E minor pentatonic, and you can see the note choice over there. I'm going to bend this one. Now what's the pinky there? As it bends, the pinky came in, and then this finger plays the second string, so you get a nice little double stop. Nice sound. Play them both at the same time. So instead of strumming it, instead of doing this, I pick with the middle finger up and the pick down. And there did a pinky on the first, and again picking with him. It's called cross picking, hybrid picking, chicken picking, different names, all the same thing. But try and get a nice combination of your pick and your middle finger together. Nice one to enjoy. Guys, have an awesome week and take care. Thank you.